Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Tuesday Tips Cut the Gibberish. I'm excited to be here with you today. If you are joining me live, please say hello. Let me know where you're coming in from. Um, if you are watching us on YouTube, because we are streaming on different places, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and ring that bell, so that way you can be notified every time that we do go live. We do go live multiple times during the week. I would like to invite you also to our weekly lives, which is at Friday mornings at 10 a.m. We do this Tuesday Tips Cut the Gibberish every Tuesday morning at 9 a.m. So come join us. We talk about different topics on both days. Usually it's tips or how to, work on your mindset is usually what we talk about on Tuesdays. And then a topic around the professional or business world is what we usually talk about on Fridays. So I would love for you to come join us every week. And if you're not a part of our Facebook group, Relationship Communications, head on over to Facebook, type Relationship Communications in that search bar, and it should have a banner at the top with my photo on it. We would love to welcome you to the group. It's a free group to be a part of over on Facebook. So please come join us. We're very active. We ask questions. We do a lot of different things in there. So come join us. It is a networking group. And like I said, it is a free group to be a part of. So let's dive in with our mindset topic today. Energy is our topic, okay? That's what I'm going to be talking about today. So, do you remember when they used to talk about the space shuttles and how much energy it takes to get them into space? The majority of the fuel is burned just to get it out of Earth's atmosphere. That's huge, right? That story was told to educate about dynamics and energy efficiency back when I was younger. Over time, it became a great anthology of life. It's something I don't think we talk about enough these days. Most of the energy is burned trying to get something moving. Think about the energy it takes to get the wheels moving if you have to push a car. It's a lot of work, right? And sometimes it feels like it's not impossible. You push, you shove, you dig your feet into the ground to get the wheels moving, right? With enough effort, you will break the seal of stagnation and get the wheels moving, get them going, right? Then comes the critical part. You have to keep them moving, right? The effort you need is actually a lot less than you needed to get things started, but you must keep giving effort to keep things moving. This is life in a nutshell, if you really think about it, right? The biggest problem we have, especially as entrepreneurs, is that once we get things moving, we tend to slow down and take things easy. We don't try so much. Many times becoming stagnant and not making much effort at all. And of course, things come to a halt. The wheels stop spinning, right? One of the things I have been talking about to my clients almost every time we get together is they need to keep the wheels moving. Keep moving forward. Keep taking those baby steps. I've discussed this in the past as well. Consistency, consistency, consistency is so important. It doesn't matter if you just take one step a day, you do one thing a day, you're still going in the right direction. Okay. So you've always got to keep moving forward. In business, you've got to keep bringing in new leads, right? You have to keep helping your clients to get to the next level. If you start with a client today and they're just starting out, okay, 2 weeks from now, they don't need to be at that same point. Or a month from now, they still don't need to be at that same starting point. I mean, they can be just a few steps above it, but at least they're not at the exact same spot, right? You have moved them forward at least a few steps from where they were when they first started working with you, right? So, again, to have you have to keep helping your clients get to the next level, get the next step, right? In terms of health, you've got to keep working out and eating right if you want to stay healthy, right? And I know from personal experience, if you stop, it's even harder to get the momentum to start again, right? And it doesn't matter if it's your health journey, your entrepreneur journey, whatever journey, or you're pushing that car, right? Whatever the journey is. In your relationships, you got to keep adding the fuel as well. This also works with networking and building your relationships. The same technique, the same thing. Check in with your friends periodically. Go on a coffee date, meet them for coffee or schedule that coffee chat on Zoom. Check in with them, see how they're doing, see how their business is going. Last time you talked to them, they may have been at point A, but now they could be at point L or M or N or whatever. They have moved from that same point they were last time you spoke with them. Or maybe they've taken their business in a different direction altogether. They may not even be doing the exact same thing they were last time you talked to them. So definitely check in with your friends, your colleagues, other entrepreneurs you're connected to, and continue to see how you can support them. Like I said, if they were at point A last time you talked to them and you agreed to support them at that specific time in their business, that same type of support you agreed to do may not be beneficial now, right? Because they've moved forward or their business has taken a turn and it's going in a different direction or down a different path or whatever. So you need to continue to have those conversations so that you can continue to support them well wherever they are right now, not where they were last summer. You might have had a conversation with that person last summer in July or something, but this is May of another year altogether. So they're not going to be at that same point they were last July when you spoke with them. So reach out, schedule an updated coffee chat. You can have more than one coffee chat with the same person. I do it all the time. All the time. Just to stay connected, to keep each other updated on where we are in our businesses so we can continue to support each other. Because like I said, somebody I talked to last July, their business is not going to be at the same point today as it was in July of last year when I spoke with them, right? So check in with your friends and your colleagues and other entrepreneurs that you are connected to. Do those coffee chats or coffee dates on a regular basis. Don't just do it once right after you meet them at a networking event or something. 4, 5, 6 months later, do it again because they're not going to be in the same place. So they're going to have more to share with you. My business is doing blah, 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 blah now versus it was doing a different blah, 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 blah last time we spoke, right? So personally and professionally, do coffee chats, do coffee dates, take your kids or grandkids to the park. You have to build those relationships as well. All these things need a regular turn of the wheel if you want to keep things moving forward, right? It's just like that car, the wheels have to keep turning for it to keep moving. So you have to keep pushing it. The same thing with your business. These relationships that you've started or that you are trying to nurture, you have to keep moving them forward. Okay, you can't just let them stand still just because you had that one coffee chat. Oh yeah, I met Bob. We had a great conversation, but I hadn't talked to him in 6 months. So who knows what Bob is doing now? Because you hadn't talked to him in 6 months. I'm sure he's doing something, but you don't know what that something is. Because I'm sure he's not at the same point in his business or in his life, or whatever type of connection he is to you. I'm sure he's not at the same point he was 6 months ago when you first talked to him. So you need to reach out to Bob and schedule another conversation, another coffee chat, so you can get updated on where he is today and how you can support him today. So sow the seeds, but continuing watering it. Okay, it's just like a flower. If you plant the seed now with the first coffee chat, right, you get to know the person. But if you don't water that flower, it's not going to grow. It's going to die, right? So plant a seed with Bob, or you've already planted your seed with Bob if you've already had that initial conversation, okay? Well, if you've not given Bob the water he needs, what's going to happen? There's not going to be a relationship there anymore, right? So it's time to get your water out and start watering those flowers you've already planted, the seeds you've already planted. They need some water, okay? Or those wheels need to keep turning on that car. If you have any questions about what I shared today, please reach out. And I hope to see you again on Friday morning for our weekly live at 10 a.m. Hope you have a great week, and I'll talk to you again soon.